And as he's hanging there, and he says, "It is finished," to Telestai, paid in full, an amazing thing happened. The skies became dark, and the earth began to quake. And the curtain in the temple tore from top to bottom, symbolizing that God made a way for man to come back to him into his presence when we didn't deserve it. I was talking to someone, and they said at a Good Friday service, someone mentioned that they were talking about how when the curtain was torn, that it just symbolized God's grief. It didn't symbolize God's grief. It symbolized God's victory. You think it was grieving God, the fact that Jesus finished what he came to do so that sinful man could enter back into the presence of a holy God? That didn't bring him grief. That brought him a shout of victory, which is why the earth quaked and the skies darkened and the temple curtain tore, because God is thinking, finally, my people can come back to me, all because of the finished work of Jesus. Now think about it. On Saturday, the hope of the world was probably lost. Men and women that had been following Jesus thinking, "Jesus, where are you? You're dead. How can the Savior, the King of the world, be dead? You've lost us. You've forgotten about us." I want you to think of something. I think the greatest reminder that the silence of God is not the absence of God is the day that hung between Friday and Sunday, Saturday. That just because God wasn't seen somewhere or the air was out of people's lungs because he was silent did not mean he was absent. He was fully there, and he was getting ready to raise his son from the grave the very next day. Someone in this room needs to hear this morning. That you have lived your life because of circumstances and trials and pain, thinking that because God has been silent in a situation that he is absent. I've come here to tell you that he is not absent even if he feels silent, and the resurrection proves it. The fact that he defeated the sting of sin and death for you proves that he is never absent, that he is always there. To any that will bow their knee and surrender their life, he is there, man. You just got to turn around and see that he's been there the whole time.